If you have a cargo van business and you're looking for a line of credit, no social security number required, I have good news for you because I will share with you a few lenders that will actually lend you with no social security number required, okay? So here is the winner I want you to pay attention to. First of all, think about Credibly. So Credibly has a cargo van business line of credit, no social security number required this year, and they will give you a maximum line of credit for a maximum line of credit of $250,000. So you have $250,000. So, and you can use the cash for all kinds of business operations. You can use it to buy a cargo van or maybe two or three vehicles, finance your operations. Okay. And the cool thing is that this is actually EIN only, so they don't ask you for your social security number. And the APR is kind of decent too. You're looking at 4.8% minimum. Okay. And you can have the line of credit open for 10 years. Remember, once again, the maximum here is $250,000. The only thing is that Credibly wants you to be in business for at least 6 months. They want your cargo van business to be in operation for 6 months, and you also got to really make sure that you are able to generate some kind of revenue. In other words, they don't ask for your social security number. That's fine, but they want you to really show proof of revenue. Okay. So maybe you can show them your load revenue for the last 3 months or last 6 months or even last year. Whatever it is that you have to show to actually prove that you have revenue, just show it. Okay. So that's kind of cool. And by the way, if you were to really if you were to go with Credibly for your cargo van business line of credit, remember that they don't actually check anything else but your bank account, your business bank account, but also your business revenue. You have a very simple application process, and you are able to get funded on the same day. So you have a funding turnaround that takes about 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours. So this is really good, okay? And really, this it doesn't matter if you are a startup, as long as you have been in business for 6 months. 6 months, that's the minimum they ask for. Okay, so that's pretty good. If you're looking for a cargo van business line of credit, no social security number required. I want you to think about Backed this year. So Backed is a pretty good product with no social security number required. And what I love about Backed is that they are very generous. So Backed actually gives you three times what Credibly is giving you. With Backed, you can get line of credit, a line of credit that goes from 10,000 all the way to 750. So $750,000. Okay. The only thing is that their minimum annual revenue requirements are kind of high. They go from 100,000 all the way to $200,000. Okay. But the cool thing is you can borrow up to $750,000. Okay. They do not check your social security number, so there is no credit score required. So you can have this business line of credit on an EIN basis. Okay, so this is really good. But yeah, again, the minimum annual revenue is $200,000, and Backed wants your cargo van business to be in operation for at least 2 years. And one thing I also need to say is that the APR for Backed can be quite high. Okay, because Backed actually is originally, it's primarily, if you will, an MCA lender, so a merchant cash advance lender. Okay, so normally MCA lenders are generally expensive. And this is not just Backed. This is just in general. Those MCA products are pretty easy to get, but they're expensive too. Okay, so just be aware of that. And one thing I want to say is that with Backed, you have an easy online application for your cargo van business. You have instant lending decisions. You have fast funding times. Okay, this is kind of cool. And you have flexible payment options, daily, weekly, or semi-monthly, depending on the kind of setup that you have. Okay, so they are pretty flexible. That's just something I need to really know. Okay, now one thing I want to say here is that Backed has a unique business model in that they tailor their loans and business lines of credit to each individual business. So, and the company was actually founded not long ago. Okay, they've been funded around 2018, 2019. a little like a few months before COVID actually struck. So this is something to really mention. If you're looking for a cargo van business line of credit, no social security number from a vendor, think about BlueVine. And BlueVine will give you a maximum business line of credit for your cargo van operations of $250,000. So BlueVine is kind of similar to Credibly, okay, in terms of maximum amount. So the only thing is BlueVine actually wants you to will charge you interest rates that starts at about 6%. 6% can go all the way to 26%. Okay, so maximum business line of credit $250,000, and BlueVine wants you to be in business at least 6 months by the time you apply for your business line of credit. So your cargo van business must be in operation for half a year at least, and so you have a quick and simple application process. Okay, and but the only thing is BlueVine is not available nationwide. So even though they have a great product, even though they have a great solution for cargo van business owners who are looking for a no social security number product, they're not available nationally. So just let me know in the comment section where you are at, your city and state, and I'll let you know whether or not you qualify for BlueVine, because they constantly add new states to their platform. Okay, so maybe by the time you watch this show, your states, your area could actually qualify if it didn't qualify at the beginning. Okay, this is kind of cool. So a business line of credit from BlueVine may be a good fit for cargo van businesses that have been in operation for less than, I would say, 6 months. Or I mean, sorry, for more than 6 months, Okay, so that's the cutoff for BlueVine. But what I love about BlueVine is that now they are offering a business bank account. So if you want to improve your chances of qualifying, maybe you want to open a cargo van business bank account with BlueVine and then apply from there. If you're looking for a cargo van business line of credit, no social security number required, think about Lindsay. And Lindsay actually is pretty interesting in the sense that they are giving you a maximum of $250,000, but they're giving it to you within 12 hours, potentially. 12 hours potentially. Okay, that's really good. So maximum $250,000, same thing as the BlueVine and same thing as Credibly, $250,000, and minimum time in business 6 months. You can borrow up to a sorry about that. You can borrow up to a $400,000 in working capital. So this is really good. So you can get the business line of credit for $250,000 maximum. But if for any reason you want more, if let's say you want $250,000 or $260,000, then you have to really transition into their working capital funding program, and that funding program will give you a maximum funding amount of $400,000. Okay, and but the cool thing about Lindsay is that you can pre-qualify, so you can see actually your options without hurting your credit. So this is kind of cool because even if you're not worried about your credit score, you still want to make sure that you are preserving whatever FICO score you currently have. Okay, and with Lindsay, you also have the possibility to get funding in as little as 24 hours. So within 24 hours, you can get funded, and you can take your operations from zero to hero, so to speak. Okay, this is really good. And one thing I want to say also is that there is also the possibility to get other types of financing through Lindsay. You can get a maximum, like for instance, let me give you an example. Equipment financing. You can get funded all the way to $2 million. $2 million. So this is really cool. Okay. And now rates can be really high in some cases, and annual income requirements also can be very high depending on the niche you're in. So if you are in cargo van business, they will look at your load revenue. They'll look at the kind of loads you're hauling. They'll see your location. They'll see also your client base. So that's something they actually look at. So if you're looking for a cargo van business line of credit, no social security number required, think about American Express business line of credit, okay? So American Express business line of credit. So here we are speaking about what? We're speaking about a maximum line of credit amount of $250,000. So the amounts go from $2,000 all the way to $250,000. They want you to have an average monthly revenue minimum $3,000. So your cargo van business must generate at least $3,000 from load revenue every single month. That's the minimum they want to see before they even look at your application. Okay, that's something to really think about. And so, but with this business line of credit, there is a monthly fee that goes from 3.3 to 9% for 6 months, 6-month lines of credit, 6 to 18% for 12-month loans, and 9 to 27% for 18-month loans. Okay, minimum time in business. If you were to go with this American Express business line of credit, you gotta be in business for at least 12 months. 12 months. That's when they'll start looking at your application. So there are no prepayment penalties and no origination fees, and there is a convenient application process. So I love the convenience of the application process, especially from a flexibility point of view. So this is really cool. And one thing I want to say also is that when you think about the American Express business blueprint, that's how they call the cargo van business line of credit. Okay, American Express business blueprint. This program includes the American Express business line of credit, among other products. So this is kind of cool, and you are able to get cash real fast. Personal guarantee is not required, or is not required in most cases. Okay, but there are some situations where they look at things on a case by case basis. So something to really keep in mind. But long story short, you will love the fact that you have a very convenient application process. So if you're looking for a cargo van business line of credit, no social security number required, think about SMB Compass. So SMB Compass is pretty good. It's pretty interesting. Okay, you have if you're looking for a large line of credit, think about SMB Compass. Maybe your cargo van business line or credit goes from 10,000 all the way to $10 million. So that's how you want to request more. But SMB Compass wants you to really have minimum monthly revenue of $20,000. That means what? It means we're looking at $250,000 on an annual basis. So you better really generate that kind of revenue for you to really even think about getting approved, okay, by SMB Compass. So something to keep in mind if you want to apply there. So you have loans, actually loans and lines of credit amounts that go all the way to $10 million. Minimum time in business, 1 year in business. So there are no startups allowed. Funding times actually 5 to 7 days for term loans and 24 to 48 hours for a business line of credit. Okay, and so one thing I want to say here is that applying, of course, does not impact your credit score because we're speaking about EIN. Okay, and so besides the business line of credit, your cargo van has 8 other products to choose from. Okay, this is really good. And this lender is great for low competitive rates, large loan amounts, and also excellent customer service. But it's not available in all states. Okay, and you got to be in business for at least 1 year to actually qualify. So SMB Compass is really cool, but to a certain extent. So if you are a new business and you're trying to really get funding, you're not going to find it interesting. I mean, one thing you have to understand is that most lenders will cap your cargo van business line of credit at $250,000, right? Credibly, BlueVine, Lindsay, American Express. But SMB Compass is taking the risk to grant you all the way to $10 million. This is really good. Really, really good. And you can get funded within 24 to 48 hours. So this is really fantastic. So those are the top 6 cargo van business lines of credit. No social security number required, okay? So let me give you an overview real fast. So if you want to choose the best cargo van business line of credit, no social security number required, just pay attention to the qualification process. You want to make sure that your business, your cargo van business, can satisfy the credit score, the annual revenue requirements, time and business requirement, and if a credit score is required, then you can also meet the credit score requirements. Okay, think about the interest rates and fees. That's an important. Consider both interest rates and fees to get a clear picture of the cost of borrowing. Note that some lines of credit for cargo van businesses might feature usage fees, origination fees, or maintenance fees that could offset the perceived savings of a lower rate. Think about other loan features like the maximum credit line available, the repayment term, weekly or monthly, and no more. More matter where you are shopping for a business line of credit for your cargo van. Pay attention to the application process. Pay attention to customer support. Pay attention to online user reviews, and pay attention to perks and bonuses. Like, you want to make sure that whatever you're getting yourself into, whatever you get your cargo van business into, just be wasting you'll be wasting time. You'll be wasting resources, and most importantly, you'll be wasting talent on things that don't really matter. So make sure that you are having the right product. Okay. And one thing I want to say here is that if you want to get a business line of credit for your cargo van, see where you stand, see where your cargo van business stands, determine if you are eligible, gather your documents, really like gather your documents, your LLC documents, your C corporation, your S corporation documents. You want to shop around and you want to apply, okay? And you also have to ask yourself. Sorry about that. You have to ask yourself whether you need a business line of credit, a business credit card, or a business loan, because maybe you don't need a business line of credit, but you need a business loan, actually. Okay, it's something to really think about. And also, you might want to think about collateralizing the loan, because if you remember, most business line of credit providers, they will give you a maximum of $250,000. But if you were to collateralize the funding program, maybe you'll be getting a lot more, because you'll be actually mortgaging some property here, okay? But one thing for sure, you got to ask yourself whether you're looking for a secured or unsecured line of credit. So something to really think about. As a recap into this conversation, I spoke to you about cargo van business lines of credit, no social security number required. I gave you the winner and the overview. The winner, you have a credibly backed BlueVine, Lindsay, American Express, and SMB Compass. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.